am standing on one of the hardest run maps ever created in Yeeps Hide and Seek, and in today's video, I'm going to be explaining how I and two of my friends have created this map and how you can play it. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so let's rewind back to the beginning and let me explain to you. To start off, this is a new code that me and these guys created, and it is called TWIXRUN, and it's a run map that we accidentally made really hard. Like, this map is literally almost impossible, and it took us forever just to test it out and see if everything is possible, which everything is, but it's just mega hard. So in today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you the map and maybe even trying to beat it. So yeah, let's go to the sandbox. So when you come into the map, you see this two different color barriers. So you see a neon blue barrier and orange barrier, and what you have to do is squeeze yourself through it, and you come in and see this beautiful example of what the run map is all about.
Bruh. Holy Yapatron.
But just like I was saying, when you come into this map, it's basically an example of what the run map is all about. There's three different sections, so an easy section, a medium section, and the really hard section. There's also these teleporters, which is the death teleporter, this shop area, which it has all of your essential items, and also there's staff teleporter that lets you skip right over there if you go through. But basically, to get to the other side and get into the run, you have to beat one of these sections. So you can either go on the easy one, which is like just some regular jumps. You can go on the medium one, which is like a little bit harder with brittle glass jumps, and and the hardest one, which has like icicles and a super long jump where you have to jump, reach, and boom, and and just do that. Okay, and after you complete that little area right there, you go into the only room in the whole world.
Go for right now.
So yeah, you just go into the only room in the map, and yeah. When you come into the map, the first thing you go through is this little barrier thing that makes you on the first scene of the 4 levels, which is the easy level, medium level, hard, and extreme.
Okay, so first of all, we are not forcing. Just buy VIP if you really want to. And when you go in the VIP room, you will be rewarded with a team that cannot die. You can get potions such as big, small, blindness, legs, poison, and invisibility. You will also get gadgets like the broom, the umbrella, and etc. And you will get trolls that control teams, which are like big, like you control them, big, or blindness.
But anyways, this is the VIP room. As Avum said, these are all the gadgets you get, including grapplers. You also get a bunch of different potions. You also get to skip to level 2, which is not finished yet, and you also get to go to any level you want of your choice, or just nothing. And there's also 2 different trolls that if Okay, so my thing kind of glitched, as you can see in the background right now. But what I was trying to say is that you get 2 trolls, which is the blindness troll that makes everyone blind, and the big troll, which makes everybody big in the lobby. So yeah, that's the cool perks of the VIP. The next thing you see when you come into the lobby is the win room, which you get to go in after you beat the map. You get a bunch of cool gadgets that are not as OP as in the VIP room, but you get a body of me, some bombs, budjos, fire bursts, guns, and yeah. You also get chicken. You also get a special team that is not invincible because you're not a VIP. So yeah, you get to join a golden team that just showcases that you're a winner. But now, on with the whole entire main section of the map, which is the run. So just like I said before, there's an easy, medium, hard, and extreme section. And so I'm just going to be showcasing you how to beat this and every single jump. So the first jump of the map is this little block thing right here. I don't know what it's called. Then you have a couple of brittle glass jumps, and then you jump onto this mushroom. You jump onto this pipe after the mushroom, and you also jump on this brittle glass block. There's also a bunch of skips in this first level because it's the easiest one, but you're supposed to jump on this ornament, and you're supposed to jump on the arrow, then you're supposed to jump on the spider web, but you can also skip just like this. And after this, you get to go to level 2, which gets a little bit harder than the first level. So what I was saying before my recording crashed was, this is the level 2, and it's the medium level. It's a little bit harder than level 1, but it's not as hard as the next levels. So the first jump you have, you're such a big bag! But the next jump you have right here is this little starfish thing, then you have to jump from the starfish to this little brittle glass that is pretty hard. Then you have to jump from the brittle glass and get a bat, and Abram was about to kill me, but he didn't. You have to get a bat and hit one of the cannons and launch yourself onto this chair. Then you come to this next part that I will not show because, I don't want you guys to know, and I want you guys to find out yourself. So, I'm going to cut the recording and, see you on the other side. Okay, so after that section, the next jump is this little bell jump. But after the bell jump, you have to jump on this little zip line that's upside down onto this frog, and then you get to the hard and level 3. This is the first neon level, which is the first hard level in this map. And this level gets much harder. First of all, it kind of does blind you, but that's kind of the point because, I want to make it harder. So basically what you have to do first is, the first jump is this little pipe jump. Then you have to jump on one of these icicles, and then you have to quickly run through and, jump on these zip lines and run through without the icicles hitting you. And then you have to choose one of these teleporters, either this one or this one. And again, I'm not going to be showing you which one it is because I don't want you to know and I want you to guess by yourself. So yeah, So after you choose the correct teleporter, you come to this little fan part, which is the first, pretty much hard part of this section. So what you have to do is you have to jump on this first pipe and you have to carefully go through, and I just died. So what I was trying to say before you die is you have to jump on one of these pipes, and then you have to carefully move your way through and jump on the pipe that's farther away without the fan pushing you into this pipe. Then after you pass all 3 of these pipes, you have to jump on the spider webs, and you have to carefully move your way through the spider webs without touching the spikes. And as you can see, I just died, but I'm also on God team, which is the staff team, which you can't get unless you buy VIP. But you have to go like this through the spider webs, and then you come to this slab block. Then this next part is actually a trick. So instead of actually using the jump boost, you have to actually use this as a block, and then hit yourself off this and grab onto this little pipe or whatever block, because this will actually kill you if you use it. Then you jump onto this little rest area, and you come to the last and final section of this level. So the first jump is this little mushroom jump, and there's 2 cannons right over here to just scare you and, pretend like they're gonna kill you, but they're actually not. Then you have to jump on this pipe right over here, and you have to jump onto this sign that says, "Hey, stop it," which, you're stomping on it and it's supposed to be fun.
You're so funny.
But then you jump from here.
You should subscribe.
And you have to jump onto this little radiation sign. You have to jump onto this pipe thing. Then you have to jump here, and you get to the final and hardest level. So my recording has sadly crashed, but what I was saying before I joined this team is this is the hardest and final section of the map, which is the extreme section. And anyways, the first couple of jumps in this map are these little brittle glass jumps, which are pretty hard but not as hard, but it gets much harder when you get into the level. Then you have to jump to this little pipe, and you jump onto the spider webs. You have to move your way through the spider webs and get to this first kind of hard part, where you have to put your hand like this on top of it, while one of the fans is pushing you that way and the other one is pushing you that way, which makes it harder to last on. And then you have to jump from this zipline thing onto this tall spike right over here. As you can see, there's a small spike that's on that you can't jump on, but on top of there's a secret spike that is painted neon that makes it harder for you to see, that you have to cling yourself on, and then you gotta jump on this jump pad. Then the next part, which is meant to be done like this, as you can see, I just jumped off from that jump pad, hit the trampoline, and grabbed one of these 2 pipes. But you can also do it like this if you're not able to do it the cool way. But then after you're done here, you have to grab the pipe and you have to jump onto this next pipe right over here, and then you have to launch yourself from this. Well, I died. You have to jump from that pipe to this little pipe block. Then you have to jump from this little pipe block to this turret, which again is there to scare you. Then you have to launch yourself onto this sword thing. Then you have to launch to this other sword thing, and you're at the final section of the map. So this is not the end. And what you have to do is you have to make a cake And
So
when
I'm
you put
doing
it
right
in,
now. If
you get to
you
go
need
to the
it-
final section.
Okay.
Okay, so when you get to this section, what you have to do is you have to make a cake. And I'm not going to be showing you the recipe just to make it harder for you. But I'll just tell you that the recipe that you, like the one thing you need is milk. And you need to put it in the pot. And again, you have to make the cake. And then when you make the cake, you get to go through this teleporter. And you get to the final section, which is the hardest section of the whole map. So yeah. Okay, so I have just constructed the cake, and again, I'm not going to be showing you the recipe, but your job, after you make the cake, you have to put it into this dispenser, and the teleporter will turn on, and you go into the final section. So this section doesn't have a checkpoint, but there's only two little parts, which is this part right here, and the next part. And since you don't have a checkpoint, you have to do this all first try, and these are the last two and hardest sections. So what you have to do is you have to grab one of the I dropped it. Grab one of the fibers and launch your way through these spikes into the middle onto this platform right over here. And this right here is why this is the hardest map, like, just in my opinion, ever created in Yeeps Fantasy. So your job is to first try carefully, like this is all possible. Again, I tested this out, but your job is to carefully waddle your way through like this, carefully using your super strong powers, and carefully walk underneath these pipes through. Oh my gosh, this is so hard. Carefully walk your way through these pipes. Oh, and I just died. But basically you have to walk your way through the pipes, and after you walk through, you're basically done with the final and hardest section. And then there's a couple easy jumps. You have to jump on this water block, you know, clean yourself like this, jump, and I mean, this is again possible. Jump onto this frog, and then you finally win, and you get to go into the win room.
Big bad.
Okay, so when you get into the win room, again, I already showed this from the outside, you get a bunch of cool items like a statue of literally me right over here, so you can use it. And now that I've showcased you the map, the two of my friends that helped me with this map are going to be competing in a challenge for a race in their earnings, and whoever can get further into the map gets the win. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so now on 3, both of you are starting. So 1, 2, 3, begin. Abam already dying. Keep going, Abam. Avi's ahead of Abam, and Avi's off screen. Abam's still right over there. Avi just got to the second level, but I think he just died. Oh wait, Abam just died. Avi's ahead of Abam. I'm also gonna be kind of competing in this challenge. Abam is keep on dying. Let me go check on Avi. Avi is right over here. He's trying to do the brittle glass jump, but is failing.
I stink at brittle glass.
Come on, Avi, I believe in you. Look, look, look. That's how you do it. Oh, Abam is here now too.
No, Abam.
By the way, I have a time limit for you guys, and it's 1 minute left. So whoever is further in 1 minute wins. But yeah. Oh, Avi got it through.
I stink this
Abam's
part.
still falling behind. Avi was not able to do it. Avi just died. I'm actually gonna just, get ahead of them. So it's easier to film. They're failing on the brittle glass jump, which again, it's not that hard. I don't know how they're failing. Oh, Avi got it again. Let's see if Avi is able to get it this time. Oh,
yes,
oh,
yes.
Avi got it through. Again, I'm gonna turn around and, let Avi do the thing. And I think Avi just died. Okay, so basically what happened was they were failing way too much on that brittle glass block that I had to skip half of the video. Literally, they were failing for so long. I have 10 minutes of footage of them just failing, which is just insanity. So yeah, I'm gonna just skip to the moment.
It is not that
I'm just time lapse and
complicated.
skip to the moment where
At this point, I'm
the
just
person that won
time
actually
lapse.
wins. So yeah. Wait, I just realized we have to fix that
How do
later
you do the
on. but-
brittle glass? I made it! I made it! How do you do the brittle glass?
So I accidentally didn't capture Avi getting through, but I'm gonna quickly go through. Wait, don't keep going, don't keep going.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna go through the block. Okay, so me and Avi are over here. Again, I kind of cut that part out because I couldn't show you the thing. But Avi is about to get to orange, and Avi has officially won! Congratulations, Avi.
Abum I think Abum made the brittle glass jump once. He made it once.
But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Remember to join this code. The code is TWIXRUN, and if you want to accept the challenge of beating this map, maybe even get a world record on this map, I don't know. But thank you guys for watching. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, put a like, or this minigames kid will eat you alive. And I'll see you in the next one.
If you don't subscribe, I'm gonna board into your house and play mini games. You wanna play mini games?